Welcome back, Rock Metal Nation, to another video. So the other day we did a stream on our Facebook group. Now, if by now you have not followed us or joined our Facebook group, Rock Metal Nation, you better go ahead and do that shit. The link is in the description. So hit the button and then hit join, and you can tune in to our live streams on Facebook every other day. So we did a live stream the other day and we were talking about movies, but especially rock and metal soundtracks to movies, man. We talked about soundtracks to movies like The Crow and Detroit Rock City,
Resident Evil, Mission
Tenacious
Impossible.
D, Mission Impossible.
A lot of the soundtracks that had like rock and metal
For the most
music
part, yes.
to it.
Because this is Rock Metal Nation, we're sticking with that theme. So one of my favorite ones is the soundtrack to the movie The Scorpion King. If you haven't checked it out, it does feature bands like Godsmack, Seven Dust, POD, System of a Down, Creed, to name a few. But it also features a band and a song from one of my favorite bands, Flaw, and the song is Only the Strong Survive, man. I've been a Flaw fan since 2001. When I first heard Payback on MTV, I really got into them, so I purchased the album Through the Eyes, and then the song Only the Strong Survive was featured on the Scorpions King soundtrack. And as a matter of fact, if you wait till the last track and you leave it playing, they actually have a piano version of that song in the end. FYI, if you didn't know that.
It's a little secret.
So this leads to me finally seeing them a couple of years ago. I finally got to see one of my favorite bands, Flaw, and I got to see them play that song live. And ever since then, I've seen them maybe 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4.
But I want to say personally, for me, that's one of my favorite soundtracks, and that's The Scorpion King. So if you haven't checked it out, it is available on all digital platforms.
And as far as myself, I would have to say, even though the movie itself got a really poor reception and a lot of hate for the most part, right? Daredevil, the old movie from
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, early or middle 2000s.
Gardner.
Ben Affleck,
Jennifer Garner.
Daredevil, Jennifer Garner, Elektra, Colin Farrell was Bullseye.
And the black guy was
That big
Wilson
black guy
Fisk.
was,
The fucking Green Mile.
Kingpin. And so, I mean, me personally, I thought the movie okay at that time. You know, now when I compare it to the series on Netflix, it's like nowhere near it. But yeah, that's one of the soundtracks that I like the most because it's kind of it's evened out. It has some soft stuff. It has a little bit of heavier stuff, not too heavy, because honestly, at that time, I think the movie came out like 2003-ish. And to be honest with you, I personally wasn't into the real heavy shit. I remember getting into the real heavy shit like I am right now around 05 when I first stumbled upon Trivium, the best band of all time. But before that, I was a lot into, you know, the radio stuff, the bands the bands that are featured on the album. You got Chevelle, Saliva, Fuel. One of my favorite Fuel songs is on there. It's got Evanescence, and like I said, a lot of radio, 12 Stones, a lot of radio bands, because at that time, that's what I was listening to the most. And for the most part, the the songs on the album from start to finish are kind of evened out, and they change pace and they go back and forth. It's not really heavy, but it's all good music. It actually has my favorite Saliva song, Bleed For Me, on there as well. So besides the movie itself, I think that soundtrack is one worth checking out when you want to just jam out and not necessarily fucking mosh or bang your head like hardcore, but you know, just want to chill and fucking kick back. Daredevil soundtrack, I recommend you check it out. And we'd like to know what are some of your favorite soundtracks from movies. So I know we talked about it on stream, but still let us know in the comments so we have a record of what we can go back and jam out to.
So yeah, you already know, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that shit. But interact. Let us know what you think are some of your, whatever, well, not think, but what are some of your favorite soundtracks or even songs from movies. Even if they're not, you know, heavy or too
I know
heavy
some
and
of
stuff.
y'all have seen them karaoke. I don't want to miss a thing. from the Armageddon soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
And
But
if we
yeah.
get 100 likes, he'll do it again from
we'll
start
do
to finish.
I'll do a video on that shit. So just make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Make sure the notification is on. And tune in to the next video, guys. Cheers, man. Have a good one.